They never told you the truth. They handed you rules, routines, empty affirmations. But they never handed you the one brutal truth that separates the rich from the poor, the fulfilled from the broken, the legacy builders from the excuse makers. Your entire life is a printout of your mindset. And until you reprogram it, you are locked in poverty. Not just financial poverty, but poverty of imagination, poverty of belief, poverty of identity. Because wealth isn't earned first in dollars. It's earned in thought. It begins where no one can see it, inside you. The life you're living right now, everything you have or don't have, is a mirror. It is the physical result of what you believe about yourself, about the world, and about what is possible. And here's the punch in the gut. You are being paid exactly what you believe you're worth. And if that stings, good. Because pain is the signal that you've outgrown the lie. Let me tell you something. No one ever stumbled into a fortune while thinking like a failure. No one ever created a legacy while doubting their value. And no one ever broke through playing small. So let's be real. If you don't upgrade the operating system in your mind, the system you were handed by fear, by school, by family trauma, and generational limitation, you will stay broke. You will die with dreams in your chest and bitterness in your blood, blaming the world for the bars you built around your own potential. But listen to me, this doesn't have to be your ending. Because just like a virus in your computer, those thoughts, those limiting beliefs, they can be removed, rewritten, reinstalled. And what's on the other side? A different life, a different level, a different you. Because wealth is a game of identity. And if you don't see yourself as a wealthy person internally, it will never show up externally. This isn't a maybe. This is law. It's how men like Andrew Carnegie rose from poverty to empire. It's how Henry Ford went from working with his hands to reshaping the entire industrial age. It's how Napoleon Hill wrote Think and Grow Rich Without Being Rich, because he understood something far greater. That wealth is not just a bank statement. It is a mindset, a frequency, a way of being that attracts opportunity, attracts people, attracts power, because it starts with belief. So I ask you now, what have you been taught to believe about wealth? That it's hard to earn? That it's for those kinds of people? That you're not ready, not smart enough, not connected enough? Who told you that? And more importantly, why are you still listening? Let me shake your soul for a second. You are not broke because of your job. You are not broke because of the economy. You are not broke because of your background or your story. You are broke because of your programming. And until you uninstall those mental blocks and recode your subconscious, you will sabotage every opportunity that comes your way. You'll stay stuck. You'll feel it deep inside. The tension, the regret, the anger at yourself for knowing deep down you're capable of more, but always falling short. But here's the moment that changes that. Right now, you begin again. Right now, you make the decision that poverty ends with you, that limitation ends with you, that your family story, your legacy, gets rewritten by the one person who decided not to inherit a lie. You. So burn this into your brain. You were not born to be broke. You were programmed to be broke. And what's been programmed can be reprogrammed. But only if you stop treating your mind like an accident and start treating it like a battlefield. You see, most people are not living, they're repeating their thoughts, repeating their beliefs, repeating the same decisions dressed up in different clothes year after year, decade after decade. They're running on autopilot, and that autopilot was built before they ever had a chance to choose. You think you're deciding your future? No, your subconscious mind is deciding it for you. The part of your mind that was programmed by age 7 by fear, by the things you heard in struggle, by watching the adults around you complain about bills, about taxes, about how money doesn't grow on trees. And now, as an adult, you're unconsciously living out those scripts. You dream big, but you act small. You want freedom, but you make decisions based on fear. You want wealth, but your identity still clings to the old version of you, the one who's afraid to take the leap. You can't build an empire with a worker's mindset. You can't rewrite your life while defending the limitations that broke you. Wealth demands a new identity, not a better resume, not a different job. A new you, one who no longer tolerates the excuses, one who sees clarity where others see confusion, one who doesn't wait for permission because they know they were born to build. Every wealthy person you admire once had to fight this internal war. Edison failed over 10,000 times trying to invent the light bulb. Imagine the voices in his head after 500 failures. You're not good enough. You're wasting time. This is impossible. But he didn't listen, because he wasn't trying to be right, he was trying to be free. And freedom, real freedom, financial, mental, emotional, it always requires the same price. Discomfort, repetition, obsession, vision. You must be willing to retrain your mind like an athlete retrains a broken body. Repetition after repetition. Affirmation after affirmation. Replacing every broken belief with a new law of success that becomes your inner code. Do you know what the rich do that the broke never will? They manage their inner world like their life depends on it, because it does. They feed their mind the words of winners, not the opinions of doubters. They saturate themselves in purpose, in clarity, in vision, while the average saturate themselves in noise, gossip, distraction, and fear. And slowly, one habit at a time, the rich become magnetic. They don't chase, they attract. They don't ask for scraps. They command value because they've become valuable. Listen closely, wealth is never about chasing money. It's about becoming someone that money chases. And to become that, you must destroy who you've been pretending to be. The world doesn't pay you for effort, pays you for results, pays you for value. And value comes from one thing: how powerfully your mind sees the world. You can either see the obstacle or you can see the opportunity. You can either react to life or you can architect it. The broke mindset waits for conditions. The wealthy mindset creates them. The broke mindset says, I can't afford it. The wealthy mindset says, how can I create it? This is not motivational fluff. This is a complete mental rewiring. Because if you want to build wealth, you cannot keep thinking in the language of scarcity. Scarcity is a virus. It infects every decision, tells you to hold back, to play safe, to wait, and wait, and wait until life passes you by. But abundance tells you to move, to create, to become, not someday, now, because the clock is ticking. Not just on your life, but on your mindset. Every second you wait, the old programming digs deeper. So I ask you right now, what are you feeding your mind? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What are you listening to every morning when you wake up? Because repetition is king. If you feed your mind garbage, your results will be garbage. But if you feed your mind truth, fire, belief, conviction, you'll become unstoppable. You don't rise to the level of your potential. You fall to the level of your programming. So if your internal code is scarcity, fear, hesitation, it doesn't matter how much you want success. You will sabotage every opportunity that dares to knock on your door. You'll talk yourself out of investments. You'll delay the business you were born to build. You'll undercharge your worth. You'll drown in self-doubt while others, less talented than you, take the leap and win. It's not because they're smarter. It's not because they got lucky. It's because they reprogrammed their mind to believe they deserve it. And if you don't believe you deserve it, nothing in this world will stick. You'll burn it down with your own hands again and again. The battlefield is not outside. It's inside. Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. He built an empire not because he had all the answers, but because he believed he could figure it out. That belief became a magnet, pulled the right people, the right ideas, the right energy. That's the truth about wealth most people never hear. It starts invisible. It starts in the realm of thought, then belief, then vision, then action, then persistence, then finally it becomes real. But if you skip the inner world, your outer world will collapse. It will betray you. You don't need a better economy. You don't need permission. You don't even need a flawless plan. What you need is a decision, a final decision, to no longer operate from the mind of your past. You can't be wealthy and cling to victimhood. You can't be wealthy and hate on the rich. You can't be wealthy while thinking money is evil. That's like trying to fill a glass you keep shattering. Your relationship with money is a mirror of your relationship with yourself. Do you believe you're worthy of overflow? Or have you secretly made peace with struggle? Because struggle, financial struggle, is not noble. It's not spiritual. It's not the path you were designed for. You were designed to expand, to overflow, to multiply blessings so wide they touch generations. But that begins with belief. And belief begins with what you say to yourself when nobody's watching. You must become the kind of person who walks into a room and vibrates conviction. Not arrogance, not ego, but a deep, immovable knowing. I belong in the room. I deserve to win. My future is waiting for me to rise. So rise, because no one is coming to save you. No one is going to do the inner work for you. No one can download confidence into your soul. You have to earn it, day by day, by doing the things most people won't, by refusing to bow to the old you, by burning every excuse and replacing it with action. Every time you silence fear with action, you rewire your brain. Every time you do what you said you'd do, you earn self-respect. And self-respect is the foundation of wealth. You'll never make more than you believe you're worth. Let me say that again. You will never make more than you believe you are worth. So if your bank account offends you, that's not a reflection of the world. That's a reflection of your inner thermostat. Reset it. Because until you believe that abundance is your birthright, you'll keep defaulting to just enough to survive. Survival isn't your destiny. Legacy is. But legacy requires boldness. It requires vision. It requires a violent rejection of the average life. And that means today, not tomorrow. You draw the line. You decide. No more broke thinking. No more settling. No more calling fear wisdom. No more shrinking to fit in. No more living like wealth is reserved for them. You are them. You are the one, the builder, the architect, the generational curse breaker, and everything changes the moment you reprogram your mind to match your destiny. No one is poor by accident. They are poor by pattern, by repetition, by thoughts inherited, not questioned. You were taught to be humble, but they meant silent. You were taught to be patient, but they meant stagnant. You were taught that ambition is dangerous, but never told that apathy is a slow death. It's not just about money. It's about mindset. It's about reclaiming power where you once surrendered it. It's about recognizing the systems within you, the invisible programs passed down from generations who never had the luxury of dreaming big, and burning those systems to the ground. Let them die. Let the lies go. Let the old you expire, because the old you can't build this future. The old you was designed for survival. But this new season is about ascension. You must become obsessed. Not desperate, obsessed. Obsessed with self-mastery. Obsessed with discipline. Obsessed with the idea that your thoughts are the currency of your destiny. When you feed your mind with lack, doubt, and fear, you bankrupt your soul. But when you feed it belief, clarity, and vision, You create compound interest in every area of your life. Think of it like this. Your mind is a vault. Every thought you deposit echoes. Every emotion you allow compounds. Every identity you affirm becomes a habit. And every habit becomes your life. So what are you allowing to echo inside of you? Is it the voice of that broke uncle who told you money changes people? Is it that teacher who said, play it safe? Is it your own voice whispering, who are you to dream that big? Silence them, replace them, because someone is programming your mind. If it's not you, it's someone who profits off your mediocrity. The world loves a tired man, a distracted woman, a soul too numb to realize it's being manipulated. But the world fears the awakened, the one who no longer scrolls for validation, the one who wakes up early, eats discipline for breakfast, and refuses to be average. Be that person. Reprogramming your mind means more than reading books or writing affirmations. It means confronting yourself in the dark. It means looking your own laziness in the eye and saying, you don't run this place anymore. It means doing the boring things that wealth requires, building the habits that success demands, mastering your mornings, guarding your attention, watching your words like sacred spells because they are. You think you can speak defeat and walk into victory? Never. Your tongue builds your world. You call yourself broke and wonder why you can't rise. You say, I can't afford it, instead of asking, how can I create it? That's not budgeting. That's bondage. Abundance doesn't come to those who tiptoe. It comes to those who demand it, who declare it, who live like it's already done. Because it is. The moment you believe it, truly believe it, reality bends. Opportunities that never noticed you will start calling your name. Rooms you weren't invited to will open. Connections, ideas, clarity, all of it will align because you did. You are not chasing wealth. You are becoming the kind of person wealth is drawn to. That's the secret the average mind can't grasp. Money is energy. Power is energy. Success is energy. And energy obeys belief. So believe harder. Train your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. Speak the future until it bows. Act in alignment even when your bank account laughs. Keep showing up, building, refining, because every disciplined day is a deposit. Every refusal to quit is a credit. Every brave decision is interest paid in full. And the compounding, that's exponential. It will feel like nothing is happening until everything happens at once. That's the reward of the reprogrammed. You get to skip the line because you built the wiring. You were taught that success is linear, that you climb one step at a time and one day someone hands you the key. But the truth? Success doesn't hand out keys. It responds to alignment. It responds to the one who stopped waiting to be chosen and chose themselves. You want wealth? Then stop trying to fit into a system that was never built for your greatness. Tear the system apart, starting from the inside. Every belief, every fear, every excuse you've baptized as logic. You think your doubt is intelligence. You think your hesitation is maturity, but it's just fear dressed in a suit. Don't call fear realism. Don't call quitting strategy. Stop intellectualizing your procrastination. You don't need more data. You need more conviction. Do you think Carnegie waited for permission? Do you think Edison invented by consensus? Do you think Oprah asked if the world was ready? No, they moved as if the vision was already written, as if it was law. That's how giants walk, not with arrogance, but with sacred defiance. Because there is a moment in every wealth journey when logic fails you, when the numbers don't add up, when the people closest to you say, be reasonable. And in that moment, you have two options: return to safety or reprogram your response. Decide. I'm not here for safety. I'm here for legacy. I'm here for dominion. I'm here for the version of me that my ancestors dreamed of and my future self demands. Do you feel that? That heat in your chest? That's not adrenaline. That's memory. That's your soul remembering who you are. You've known it since you were a child, that there was something different about you, that the rules never felt right, that settling would be a betrayal. So stop pretending. Stop dimming to survive. Stop shrinking to belong. Stop lying to yourself like comfort is the prize. Comfort is the cage. Wealth requires fire, focus, ferocity. It requires you to step into discipline when motivation is nowhere to be found. It requires you to do it tired, to do it confused, to do it even when your environment tells you it's impossible. Because that's how you tell the universe, watch me anyway. Every action becomes a declaration, every sacrifice, a seed. And one day, not someday, but the day you align, you'll realize it was never about luck. It was about obedience to the vision. It was about refusing to go back. You don't climb out of poverty by wishing. You climb by wiring your mind for victory, by turning pain into power, by making decisions the old version of you was too afraid to make. You must evolve. You must shed. The broke version of you cannot walk into this level. The insecure version of you can't hold this weight. The undisciplined version of you will fumble the blessing. So become new. Talk new. Walk new. Think like a CEO, not a consumer. Because consumers crave. Builders create. Consumers scroll. Builders execute. Which are you? You were not born to just pay bills and worry. You were born to create, to command, to construct a life so full your bloodline transforms. So make a vow, right now, that from this moment forward, you're no longer available for excuses, no longer available for maybe, no longer available for anything less than full alignment with the life you were called to build. Because you can stay broke, or you can reprogram your mind for wealth. But you don't get both.